Okay, good day everyone. Today's topic is about pneumothorax. Okay, before we discuss the details of this actual disorder, of course, again, we have to go back to the basic anatomy and physiology of the structures that are involved in this disorder. So, right now, we will be focusing on the respiratory system, particularly kay pleural space or kay pleural cavity. Okay, now your lungs are lined by a protective covering. Ito yung tinatawag nating pleural membrane. Ito yung nagko-cover sa lungs natin that act as protection. Okay, now, your pleural membrane has two main layers. You have yung closest to the lungs or the one that is directly in contact with the organ is the visceral pleura. And the one that is more outer, yung nasa labas, that is the parietal pleura. Now, the space between these two is referred to as the pleural space or pleural cavity. Now, what is the importance of these? Okay, it is important to note also that inside the pleural space or the pleural cavity, there is naturally a small amount of fluid referred to as your pleural fluid, and with an estimate of 10 to 20 ml. Okay, now what is the function of this pleural fluid? This pleural fluid provides lubrication. Pag sinabi nating lubrication, pampadulas. So this means that every time we ventilate, okay, every time mag-inhale, exhale, okay, the lungs will naturally inflate and deflate, okay, or nagkakaroon siya ng recoil. So every time we ventilate, this pleural fluid or the fluid inside the pleural cavity prevents your visceral and your parietal pleura from, okay, having friction with each other, preventing na magkiskisan sila sa isa't isa. So that is the function of the pleural fluid. Now, your lungs, meron tayong property na may ability siya to recoil, tama? When you say recoil, the property to recoil, ibig sabihin yan, after mag-inflate ng lungs natin, pag nag-i-inhale tayo, pag sinabi nating recoil, it is the property of the lungs or the ability of the lungs to go back, okay, sa kanyang original na size or form. Okay, that is recoil. So, after niya mag-inflate, babalik siya ulit, magde-deflate. That is recoil. So, your lungs have the tendency to move inwards. Yun si recoil, okay? Mag-i-inflate at babalik ulit, okay? So, that is recoil. Now, your chest wall, etong mismong dibdib natin, di ba? Every time nag-ventilate tayo, say example, we inhale, what happens to the chest wall? Nag-e-expand. Okay? So, yung lungs natin, it has the natural tendency to move inwards, while the chest wall has the natural tendency to move outwards. Okay, si chest wall natin pa-expand, si lungs pa-recoil, pabalik. So, these opposing forces, the inward movement of the lungs and the outward movement of the chest wall is what creates yung tinatawag nating negative pressure. Okay, this is the one that creates the negative pressure saan? Sa pleural space. Okay, this is the one that creates the negative intrapleural pressure or negative pressure sa pleural space. What does that mean? Bakit kailangan may negative pressure sa ating pleural space? Okay, everyone, this negative pressure, it acts as a suction. Para siyang suction. So, this sucks your lungs. Okay? Yung opposing force na yan, this prevents your lungs from collapsing. Okay? Kasi nga si lungs, it has the tendency na mag-move paloob, move inwards. And your chest, okay, yung mismong chest wall, yung dibdib mismo, it has the tendency to move outwards. Okay, so these two opposing forces, nababalance sila to keep the lungs from collapsing. Okay, kasi kapag wala yung negative pressure or yung suction or sucking, okay, na property na yan, na binibigay ng negative pressure, yung lungs natin, mag-move lang siya ng move inwards. Okay, so that will cause the lungs to collapse. So, ito ang normal anatomy and physiology ng ating lungs. Most importantly, the pleural cavity or the pleural space in your visceral pleura. So, ibig sabihin pala, pag hindi nag-work ng tama or nade-destroy, okay, or nagkakaroon ng disruption sa normal anaphy ng ating pleural cavity or ng pleural membrane natin, pwedeng magkaroon ng problema sa respiratory system. And everyone, that disorder is pneumothorax. pneumothorax. What is pneumothorax? This happens when there is accumulation of air inside the pleural space. Kasi again, ano bang normal na laman ng ating pleural space? It's pleural fluid. Nasaan dapat ang hangin? Where should air be? Inside the lungs. Dapat nasa lungs si oxygen or the air. Now, the problem is pag nagkaroon ng hangin dito sa mismong pleural space. Now, that is pneumothorax. Pag nagkaroon ng air sa loob ng pleural space. Now, ano ang problema pag nagkaroon ng hangin sa pleural space? Okay, let's draw an example of a lung that has pneumothorax. So, ito siya normally, tama? Expanded. But, if a person has pneumothorax, okay, sabihin na lang natin na for example, ito siya. Okay, this is your visceral pleura. And then this will become your parietal pleura. Okay? Inagawan ng hangin. Okay? Yung space na supposedly for the lungs. So what is the problem if there is pneumothorax? The problem here, everyone, is isipin na lang ninyo yung hangin na dapat wala sa pleural cavity, inaagawan niya ng espasyo si lungs. Okay? So the lungs will not be able to expand completely. Okay? Hindi siya makakapag-expand ng tama. Pwedeng magkaroon ng lung collapse. And what is our medical term for lung collapse? Atelectasis. Okay, now that is pneumothorax. Yung hangin na nag-accumulate sa pleural cavity, this is the one that prevents the lung from having proper expansion. Nasisira yung ating negative pressure. Okay, nasisira yung ating pleural space. Okay, at since inagawa na ng hangin, okay, yung ating pleural space, hindi na makapag-expand ng tama yung lungs. Okay, so that is pneumothorax. Now, let's go to the different types of pneumothorax. There are two general types of pneumothorax. You have closed and open pneumothorax. Okay, let's first talk about your closed pneumothorax. Okay, pag sinabi nating closed pneumothorax, madali lang siya tandaan. Ang iisipin lang natin dito, you have to take note that there is chest wall is intact. Okay, chest wall or the skin is intact. Ibig sabihin, yung mismong dibdib, yung balat, walang break, walang hole. Okay, walang open wound. Ibig sabihin, buong-buo ang balat at buong-buo ang chest wall. There is no visible open wound or opening, walang hole, walang open wound. That is a closed pneumothorax. So, what happens? Paano or saan nanggagaling ang hangin pag closed pneumothorax? Okay, pag closed pneumothorax, this usually happens because the air comes from inside of the lungs. Paano nangyayari yon? Okay, usually, in closed pneumothorax, ang origin yan is when there is, formation of air sac sa mismong alveoli. Okay, nagkakaroon ng sacs of air kay alveoli mismo. Possible na mahina ang lining, kaya nagkakaroon ng sacs of air. Now, the problem is, this sac of air, we refer to this as the bullae. Okay, ngayon, ang problema dyan, if this bullae ruptures. Okay, pag yan nag-rupture, this could lead to air leak. Okay, pwedeng magkaroon ng leak from inside of the lungs towards the pleural space. So, that's one cause of closed pneumothorax. Okay, intact naman yung chest wall, walang external wound. But, the ruptured alveoli, can cause air leak from the lungs into the pleural space. What else? Okay, pwedeng because of barotrauma. Okay, what do you mean by barotrauma? Barotrauma, kapag merong excessive na pressure sa loob ng alveoli. Anong pwedeng mag-cause nito? Example is mechanical ventilation. Pag masyadong mataas or masyadong mataas yung concentration ng oxygen or yung pressure na dinedeliver natin sa lungs or sa alveoli ng pasyente, this can cause that alveoli to rupture. That is barotrauma. Pag nag-rupture ang alveoli na yan, again, this can cause air leak. Yung hangin pwedeng manggaling sa lungs at mag-accumulate sa mismong pleural space. Okay, so that is closed pneumothorax. What else? Pwede dito yung tinatawag nating blunt trauma. Okay, what is blunt trauma. Pag sinabi nating blunt trauma, ibig sabihin, there is external force. Okay, merong pressure or force from the outside environment, but that force was not able to break the skin. Okay, ano example? For example, merong isang tao hinampas ng tubo. Okay, yung taong yun hinampas ng tubo. Ngayon, nagkaroon ng, say, rib fracture. Okay, and that rib could possibly puncture the lungs. Pero, intact ang chest wall. Okay, walang sugat, walang opening from the chest wall. Okay, now the air will come from the lungs. That is, okay, closed pneumothorax. Pag sinabi nating blunt trauma, mayroong external force, pero yung external force na yun, nag-create siya ng internal injury, pero hindi niya nabuksan or it did not create an opening in the chest wall. Walang open wound, walang butas. That is blunt trauma. Okay, ito yung mga hinampas. For example, no, wag naman sana, if merong patient, itinakbo sa ER, for example, ang nangyari dyan is hinampas ng baseball bat. Okay, nagkaroon siya ng blunt trauma. Okay, there is trauma. Okay, merong pressure from the external environment, for example, from an object, but it was not able to create an opening. That is blunt trauma. Okay, dito rin nangyayari yung isang subtype natin ng pneumothorax, which is spontaneous pneumothorax. Okay? Spontaneous pneumothorax. When you say spontaneous, di ba, palagi nating naririnig ang term na spontaneous. Sponti. What does sponti mean? Biglaan. Okay? It comes without warning. Okay? It was not, okay, walang warning signs. Okay? Spontaneous pneumothorax. Bigla ang nangyayari. So, the common cause of spontaneous pneumothorax is, again, eto, air leak from an alveoli. Okay, that's spontaneous pneumothorax. Hindi ka naman nahambas ng baseball bat, hindi naman nasaksak ang pasyente, pero nagkaroon siya ng pneumothorax. Okay, pwedeng spontaneous pneumothorax. This can actually be caused also by underlying respiratory disorders. Pag meron na siyang comorbidity or merong existing na sakit sa respiratory system, pwede siyang magkaroon ng spontaneous pneumothorax. But, more commonly, pag sinabi kasi nating spontaneous pneumothorax, okay, usually hindi agad natin alam yung reason. Okay, biglaan siyang nangyayari. That's spontaneous pneumothorax. So, that's the first general type of pneumothorax. You have closed pneumothorax. Next, you have open pneumothorax. So, pag closed pneumothorax, the chest wall is intact. Okay, walang opening. In open pneumothorax, the chest wall is broken. Or the chest wall or the skin is broken. Meron ng breakage. There is already an open wound. There is already a hole. May butas, may bukas na sugat. That is open pneumothorax. Okay, anong example dito? Pwedeng primary cause nito is your penetrating trauma. Pag sinabi nating penetrating trauma, anong ibig sabihin nito? If there is an external force, for example, caused by an object, and this causes breakage or opening of the skin. Okay? Ito, anong example ng mga penetrating trauma? Pwedeng ito yung mga patient na tinaga, sinaksak, nabaril, natusok. Diba? These types of trauma or these types of external pressures cause breakage in the skin. Diba? Nabubutas ang balat, nagkakaroon ng open wound. There is an opening in the chest wall or opening in the skin. That is penetrating trauma. Okay? Tandaan ang difference ng blunt versus penetrating trauma. Pag blunt trauma, there is external force or pressure, for example, caused by an object, but there is no opening. Okay? Walang open wound. But when you say penetrating trauma, there is creation of an opening. Merong open wound, merong butas. So, that is penetrating trauma. So, if in your closed pneumothorax, the air usually comes from the alveoli or the lungs itself. Pag kasi sa open pneumothorax, the air comes from the atmosphere. Okay? The air will be drawn from the atmosphere. Okay? Magsasak yung plural atmosphere. Magsasak yung plural space natin ng hangin from the atmosphere. So, that is open pneumothorax. Yung hangin galing sa atmosphere. Now, etong dalawang to, your closed and your open pneumothorax, more commonly actually kay open pneumothorax, these two, if not addressed immediately, they can lead to one of another subtypes of pneumothorax, which is tension pneumothorax. Now, what is the difference of tension pneumothorax from closed and open pneumothorax? Pag sinabi kasi nating pneumothorax, ang sabi ko kanina, there is accumulation of air inside the pleural space that prevents the lungs from expanding properly. But when you say tension pneumothorax, this pressure from the air that is accumulating from the pleural space is already pushing thoracic organs. Tinutulak na ng hangin na yan ang organs sa ating thoracic cavity. That is tension pneumothorax. Now, what are the organs in our thoracic cavity? We have, of course, the lungs, the heart. Okay, ito yung mga importanteng organs natin inside the thoracic cavity. And when you say tension pneumothorax, tinutulak niya. The pressure that comes from that air that is accumulating inside the pleural space pushes these organs, okay, towards the unaffected lung. Kasi saan galing yung force? Galing siya kay affected lung. Kung sino yung lung na may problema, okay, yung organs na nandun, they will be pushed towards the unaffected lung. Nakuha? Kasi the pressure, it comes from the affected lung. Doon yung hangin eh. Nandun yung pressure. So, kung nasaan yung pressure, siya yung magtutulak. So, that pressure from the affected lung will push these organs towards the affected lung. Now, meron tayong tinatawag dito sa gitna ng chest natin, we refer to this as the mediastinum. Okay? Yung mediastinum or mediastinum, this is the one that separates the thoracic cavity into left and right. Ngayon, pag yung organs, okay, in the thoracic cavity, they deviate or nag-slide or gumilid na sila from the center, nawala yung center natin na tinatawag, nawala sila sa midline, gumilid, na-push sila because of tension pneumothorax, nawala sila sa midline, sa mediastinum natin. This is now referred to as mediastinal shift. Okay? Gumigilid na sila. Originally, they have a midline. Meron silang mediastinum or mediastinum. Now, because of tension pneumothorax or because of pneumothorax, these organs gets pushed towards the unaffected lung. Okay? Gumigilid sila. And kapag nawala sila sa midline na yan, that is mediastinal shift. What else? Okay? Sa taas ng ating bronchi, ano yung body structure na nandyan? We have the trachea. Now, if that trachea, pagpati si trachea, na push towards the side, okay, gumigilid na rin yung trachea. Kasi nasan ba ang trachea? This is supposedly midline. Tama? Ngayon, pag na-push na rin pagilid ang trachea na yan, this is what we refer to as tracheal deviation. Okay? Now, these two, your mediastinal shift and tracheal deviation, are actually late signs of pneumothorax. Okay, late signs na tong mga to. Okay, they are already at the late stage of pneumothorax kapag hindi na-address po kaagad ang pneumothorax. Okay? Now, ano ang primary medical management? By the way, I'd like to clarify, no? You have open and closed pneumothorax. Okay, meron kasi fracture na pwedeng intact ang chest wall or ang skin, and that fractured rib can puncture the lungs. But also, in open pneumothorax, pwede rin ang rib fracture, di ba? Pag merong penetrating trauma, there can also be, okay, rib fracture. Okay, na pwedeng mag-cause ng open pneumothorax. Okay, under this, actually, your chest injuries, meron tayong tinatawag dito na pag nagkaroon ng multiple rib fractures, meron tayong tinatawag na flail chest. But these can be discussed separately. Okay, but anyway, just like to clarify. Okay? Okay, let's go back to your primary medical management. The primary medical or surgical management for pneumothorax, na-discuss na natin to before, you have thoracentesis or CTT. So, ito yung mga primary medical management. Okay, now, what is the emergency nursing management kapag ka nagkaroon ng pneumothorax ang pasyente? Okay, ang emergency medical management natin dyan is similar kapag na-dislodge ang tubo sa CTT. Anong ginagawa ulit pag na-dislodge ang tubo sa pasyente? Pag naka-CTT sila, you have to use sterile gauze or petrolatum gauze or air-occlusive dressing. Okay, air-occlusive dressing taped on 3 sides. Okay, bakit ulit taped on 3 sides? Okay, because if taped on 3 sides siya, that one side that is not taped allow air. Okay, it allows air to escape from the chest wall. Okay, it allows air to escape from the pleural space every time nagve-ventilate si patient. Now, of course, we have to prevent na kapag naman nagve-ventilate si patient is huhugot siya ng hangin from the atmosphere. So, anong gagawin? So, if your patient inhales, what happens to the lungs? Nag-e-expand. Tama? Nag-e-expand. Okay, so pag si patient, okay, nagve-ventilate or nag-i-inhale, we have to cover the fourth. Okay, yung fourth side ng tape ay yung fourth side ng ating dressing na hindi na tape. Okay, bakit? Para pag si patient nag-ventilate, hindi mag-suck ng air from the atmosphere because if that happens, it will only worsen pneumothorax. Okay? So kapag mag-ventilate siya, pag mag-inhale si patient, okay, kasi pag nag-i-inhale si patient, lalong tumataas ang negative pressure. Okay, sa ating pleural space. So, pag mas tumataas kasi, ang negative pressure sa ating pleural space, mas nagsasak siya ng hangin from the atmosphere. Okay, so pag dapat si patient, pag mag-inhale, we have to cover the fourth side. Okay, para hindi siya magsak ng hangin from the atmosphere. So, those are the primary cares for patients with pneumothorax. And of course, we have to consistently monitor patient's respiratory status. Along with what? Okay, bukod sa respiratory status, of course, you have to check yung kanilang circulation, oxygenation, and of course, its effects on the nervous system. Kasi pag mababa ang oxygenation ng patient, this could manifest as changes in levels of consciousness. Ano ang mga examples ng changes in levels of consciousness? The patient can be confused. They could be restless. They could be disoriented. They could be agitated. So, ano ang ating mga priority if ang patient natin merong changes in LOC? Our priority is safety. Okay, we have to make sure that the patient is safe all the time. Anong mga example na pwede natin gawin to maintain patient safety? Of course, we have to raise side rails. We have to make sure that the floor is clean, walang pakalat-kalat na kung ano to prevent falls. Okay, because our patient is at risk for falls. They are at risk for injuries, especially if they are confused. Okay, what else? You have to monitor or assist them pag nag-ambulate sila. Okay, you have to place their important or necessary objects within their visual field. Wag nating ilayo kung ano yung mga necessities ng pasyente. And make sure na sabihan natin yung bantay na hindi pwedeng iniiwan-iwan ang pasyente because they are at risk for falls. Now, if the patient is disoriented, okay, of course, we have to reorient. But again, ang pinaka-priority natin dyan, kasi ang nagkukos naman ng changes sa LOC ng patient is decreased oxygen perfusion to the brain. So, of course, primary pa rin na priority natin is patient's oxygenation. So, that's it for pneumothorax.